Hey students, it's Mr. Wagner back with a new video for our remote learning. We are continuing our work with data, and last week we did dot plots and histograms, which are ways to visually show data, and this week we're going to get into box and whisker plots. So I should probably write that up here so you know what we're talking about. We're talking about box and whisker plots, or some students call them cat and whisker plots, box and whisker plots. And this is just another way to visualize data. And I'm going to split this video up into two parts. This first part is going to be how we make them. And then the second part is going to be interpreting them and me explaining why we use them and how they're helpful, okay? So I am using this same data that we had last time for time spent on Khan Academy, just because I already had it all typed out and everything. And I already have my number line down here. And so what I'm going to do, as always, when we're making any type of plot with data, we start with a number line and we're going to label it. So this is going to be minutes, or we could say time spent on Khan, and then we'll put our units under here, minutes. All right, so just put MIN for minutes, and off we go. So a box and whisker plot is probably one of the harder plots for sixth graders. So if you have to watch this again or ask me any questions, that's okay. But we're going to start somewhere that's really familiar, and that's finding the median. What a box and whisker plot does is it breaks up our data into 4 parts. So it breaks data into 4 parts. I'm going to put that here because that's what I want you to think about. And like I said, in the next part, I'll tell you what those parts are and why, and we'll look at that. But for now, let's just do the thing. So whenever we do a box and whisker plot, we need to first find 5 different numbers. And these 5 numbers, I'm going to make this gold here, so because this is the important stuff, right? We need to know the min, we need to know the max, and this is called the 5-number summary sometimes. The min, the max, the median, so we cut it in half. And then we need something called the lower quartile. Remember, quart means 4. Lower quartile and then upper quartile. And lower quartile is sometimes called L1. Or Q1, sorry, not L1. Q1, and the upper quartile is sometimes called Q3. So if you see Q1 or Q3, they're just talking about the lower quartile and upper quartile. So these are our 5 numbers we need. We need the min, max, median, lower quartile, and upper quartile. So hopefully you know min stands for minimum, and that's pretty easy to find right away. We have our min right here. So we have our 0 as our min. And then our max is up here, and that's the highest number, maximum. And then median we went over in the last video, so I'm going to quickly find the median here. So we're going to go 1, 2, actually this is going to be difficult with this many, so I'm going to use a different method. You'll get to watch me do a different method here. So I'm going to count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I know there's 25 of you in the class, so I could have just done that, but I want to show you. I count to 25, and the median is the middle point. So if I had 24, that would be 12 on this side and 12 on this side. So 25 means my 13th number will be the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then this should be my middle number. That should be my median, 56. So if that's correct, I have 12 on this side and 12 on this side. So we have found our median, which is 56. We have our min, our max, our median. So now what about these two, lower quartile and upper quartile? And what these are is we're just cutting the data in half again. Because remember, we're trying to break it into 4 parts. If I gave you a piece of paper and, hey, split this into 4 even parts, you'd probably fold the paper in half, and then you'd fold it in half again. So we just kind of folded it in half on this 56, and now we're going to fold it in half again. So I'm going to find the median of this side. So I'm going to cross this out. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. So we're going to be right in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this quarter. Now we're going to do the same thing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this quarter. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have now split my data up into 4 parts. I have 6 data points down here, 6 here, 6 here, and 6 here. So if you did everything right, you should have the same amount of data in each place. And you'll notice the first time when I find the median, my line cut it in half. Like I think of this as like a karate chop. I cut this in half right on 56. So I didn't use that 56 in my next 2 attempts. So then when I did it again, we actually ended up in between 2 numbers, all right? So what's in between 27 and 35? Well, these are 8 apart. So if I cut 8 in half, that's 4. So 31, I'm going to use a different color here. So 31 is our Q1. 56 is our median. Now what's between 87 and 99? Another way you can do this, you can add these together and divide by 2. I like just seeing how far apart they are. So 99 and 87 are 12 numbers apart. So if I cut 12 in half, that's 6. So 87 plus 6 is 93, is in between these 2 numbers. And then we have our min, which was 0, and our max, which was 198. So that was a lot. I get it. We had to find the median once, then we found the median of the lower half, then we found the median of the upper half, and now we have our 5-number summary. That's all the hard stuff. Now it's just making our box and whisker plot, which is not super difficult when you have the 5-number summary. So first I'm going to come with my min, and I'm going to put a dot on the min, and I'm going to put a dot on the max. So it says 200 here, so I'll go a little bit over from 200. All right. And then I'm going to use these like karate chop things. So 56, here's 50. I broke this up. This is 60. So 56 is going to be right about in here. And I'm going to put my line. All right. And then 31, 10, 20, 30, and a little bit more is 31. And then 93. So that's going to be 90, and a little bit more is 93. So now I have all of the stuff we found up here is down here. Now I just make my box, connect these lines, and let's make that a little bit more straight. All right, there's a box, here's a whisker, and here is another whisker. Man, maybe I should use this ruler tool. Let's try this out. Let's bring the ruler over here, and here I go. Look at me using all these special tools. There we go, nice and straight line. Okay, so that's it. That's how you make a box and whisker plot. Like I said, in the next video, I'll go into what this all means, what it tells us. But for now, find that 5-number summary, kind of like I did. Make sure you are putting your box and whisker plot above a number line so we know where all these things are. If I want to find my median, I can just look at my box and whisker plot. Here's our median. If I want to know what the min is, it's right down here. If I want to know the max is, it's up here. And then we have our Q1 and our Q3, which is our lower and upper quartile. So there's our 5-number summary on our box and whisker plot. Thanks. This video is getting a little long, and I'll see you in the next one.